Welcome back to Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by TradingAcademy.com. My name is Josh Lilquist. On the last segment, we covered a topic that everybody strives to reach at one time. It's those golden years of your life, the retirement time.
Yeah, they come whether you want them to or not, by the way.
They do, but most people do want them to come. They want to be able to reach those golden years, but they don't want to spend those golden years at the golden arches. So what we did is we talked about strategies to use your 401k to hopefully get there when you want to do that, retire when you want to do that, but also IRAs. And there's different strategies, techniques and concepts that you can apply within those. That way you can have more choices during that retirement time. We had a lot of people texting in for those retirement classes that we do here locally here at the Academy. So if you missed those investing classes for the retirement side of it, you can text the word investing to the number 210-210 for 2 seats for an investing class that covers retirement techniques, retirement strategies, and how to utilize those 401ks and IRAs. So text investing to the number 210, or simply go to investwithota.com. That's investwithota.com. Also, each and every single day we run the podcast. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast. It's Investing and Trading Live on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. We do appreciate the listeners on our Spreaker app. That's Spreaker. It really helps the algorithms on that. So we do appreciate those listeners there. You also get notified when that goes live each and every single day. So that being said, Al, I want to continue that discussion. So we've covered on the second segment the income strategies. On the third segment, we covered the retirement strategies. I want to combine those things, because to reach those golden years of your life, it takes income to build to get there.
Right.
Well, the sad case is most people just don't have enough. They get to those golden years, they don't have enough. So they need to still have that income strategy during retirement. So let's talk about income during retirement. So what are those techniques and concepts that you can apply within certain accounts?
Well, we talk about why it's so important to have income. You can't have a wealth account. You can't really have a decent retirement account unless you have additional income past what your job provides. You know, once your bills are paid, once you have really kind of covered the cost of being alive, is there enough left to put into a retirement account? That's why income is so important. But then when you go into retirement, I think one of the mistakes people make, Josh, is that let's say that they have a pile of money that they have worked hard for maybe 30 or 40 years. That's their retirement money. What do they do when they want to pay their bills and when they want to take a trip or whatever they want to spend their money on? What do? They reach into that pile of money they have worked so hard for and they pull money out. And what happens to that pile when every time they pull it out, it gets smaller and smaller. It's like that. We've referred to it as like a pile of snow before.
Correct.
And when the sun shines on it, it depletes.
Yep.
Well, that can happen to your retirement money too. If you're taking money out, if you're not building that account, then you're pulling money out. You're going to have to take required minimum distributions. But what about in addition to that? Why not look at your retirement account as a way of or a source of generating income, sort of like an income generating machine? That's one of the things we teach our students how to do. If you can generate income off of your retirement account instead of just drawing it down, that account can grow.
There's certain strategies for that.
Well,
right?
and they're the income strategies primarily that we talked about before. When you're still working, if you haven't retired yet, it's important to learn what those income strategies are. It can be futures. It can be Forex. It can be the options market. You can use those in retirement, again, if you know how to use them. And don't be afraid of them because you don't know what they are. Every time we have a class, people come in and they go, oh, there's so much information I didn't know. Obviously, you didn't know it because no one is teaching you. Yeah. That is what we do. We try to kind of pull back that cloud that's out there that Wall Street really perpetrates on you because they don't want you to be able to do this on your own.
Those are the great discussions that we actually have in those investing classes. I mean, people just like you that are listening right now are coming to these classes that may have no clue on how things work, may have no clue on what a retirement account actually is or how you can actually utilize that during the retirement time. I mean, think about this, Al. That's your money. You should be doing it yourself because we say this probably every single week. Who has the best interest in your money other than your kids?
Yeah.
It's you.
Exactly. And think about it. If you have a retirement account and in the year 2022, when the majority of the 401ks actually lost 20 to 25% of their value. If that happened to you, and you're still using the same strategy, the same kind of account that had that happen to you before, why would you feel comfortable that that wouldn't happen again? Because we will go through pullbacks again. In fact, I have a stack of reports and studies on my desk. We could do a full week's worth of sessions on why this market is going to crash. But
he's actually telling the truth. He does have stacks of stuff on his desk.
Yeah, and I'm going to put a sign on one of those stacks that says the stack of things I think are important that I'll never use.
Yeah, we should bring the YouTube in there for our YouTube listeners. Thanks for watching the show here live, but we should bring our cameras in there. And if we did the show in there, I wouldn't be able to see you because you got those stacks in there.
Those are if I stacked the stacks on top of the stacks, it would reach the ceiling.
Exactly. But make sure to, if you want to come into one of these investing classes to see those income in retirement strategies, just text investing to the number 210 for 2 seats, or go to investwithota.com. But that being said, you mentioned the word futures, Forex options a few times today. Can you utilize those in those accounts?
You can. If you have a self-directed IRA, you can use those. Now, a lot of 401ks have changed over the years. My guess is that most people don't know what the changes are that they might have the ability to take advantage of. So check into that. Find out what you have available in your 401ks. Again, you can trade within them. But when you retire, or even when you're still working, the greatest thing about a 401k 403b is the match, the employer match. So if your employer will match part of the money you put in there, that's free money which you need to take. But then what about any additional money you're going to put in? You're putting it into something, as I mentioned earlier, that maybe gives you 4 to 6% over a number of years, but you have full exposure, downside exposure to corrections and bear markets, which means anywhere from maybe 10 to 30, 40, 50% of your assets can be taken away. That can have a big hit on the ability to live those golden years the way you want to live them. And we've seen this market do pretty well this year, and people are maybe feeling kind of euphoric about it. What I'm going to say now is that this may be the riskiest time for you in the market if you don't know what you're doing, if you're not prepared. What if the market rolls over because it goes down 3 times faster than it goes up? You're not going to get a warning, a phone call, or a memo from the market saying, get ready, I'm going to crash. So you have to be prepared. And it's not just us saying that, it's people like even Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, and this is hot off the presses. I just printed this during one of the breaks. The incredible period for the U.S. economy has been coming to an end in recent months. And he says that the majority of their businesses, that's Berkshire Hathaway's businesses, are expected to report lower earnings this year. Even Charlie Munger, prior to his death, said that you're not going to be able to make the kind of money in the market now than you were able to make before. So get used to making less money. And if that's the case, wouldn't you like to know how to get around that, how to be able to still benefit from the markets in a way that gives you the opportunity to have good returns with maximum protection?
And that's the key there, is strategizing for that today, not tomorrow, not next week or next year. It's coming around to be New Year's time. And I think I mentioned this in the second segment, is rather than saying on the 1st or the 2nd, I'm going to do this, why not say, I did this 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, and I started, because if you don't start, you can't get anywhere. Sometimes that's the hardest thing for you to do. Hopefully we've inspired you to not do things that are new, things that just might be a little bit differently. And the funny thing is people around the world that have been educated on investing and trading do that successfully every single day. Right. But you're told that you can't do that. Why? There's a reason for that. And if you don't get educated on it, you'll be in that same boat. So I want to invite people to start that giving the gift, and sometimes maybe getting a gift. Get the gift of financial literacy. It's coming up to be New Year's. We got Christmas coming up here. So I want to invite you to this investing class that we do here at the Academy. We have a state-of-the-art facility right here in Bloomington, right off 494, easy to find. We have investing classes where we cover these techniques, these concepts, retirement classes, income strategy classes. So that way, if you need either one of those, what is the best for you. That way we can customize it for each individual. So text the word investing to the number 210 right now for 2 seats for this class, or simply go to investwithota.com. So if you're a texter, text investing to the number 210. You get a link in a text right back. You can go to our landing page, or simply go to investwithota.com. You can pick your own date there. We have these classes during the day, during the evenings, and on the weekends for you 9-to-5ers. If you're looking to have different opportunities, might be time to do different things. Al, we've had a lot of fun here on the show talking about different concepts on income, different concepts on retirement. You always have that special OTA tip of the week. So let's hear today's OTA tip of the week.
Well, Josh, we hear a lot of people come in and say to us, you know what? People told me I shouldn't do this. I can't do it. This is something that you should just let a professional take care of. We're really kind of tired of hearing that. Mark Twain said this. He said, keep away from people who try to belittle your ambition. Small people always do that, but the really great people make you feel that you too can become great. Those people that are the ones that are discouraging you, that's what we call the herd. If you follow the herd, you'll get what the herd gets. In the first half of 2022, the herd lost trillions of dollars. In the year 2000, and then between 2007 and 2009, the herd lost trillions of dollars. That's their choice. And different people that don't follow the herd, they make changes in what they're doing. And you can do the same thing. Successful people do what it will take to be successful, which often means doing something different. That's what we do. We teach you what's different.
Now is the time to do that, and today is your opportunity. Text investing to the number 210. As always, same time, same place next week. Until then, retire young, my friends.